Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning, all of you. So we will start our session at 9 o'clock sharp. Okay, so let's wait till then. So this is day 2 demo session. Okay, I will start at 9 o'clock. So make sure that you all are able to hear me. So can you please, any one of you please respond?
Yes, I can able to hear you.
Okay, so you're able to hear me, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This time writing here the same. So that if any one of you are not able to hear me, any student is not able to hear me, they can reconnect. So online students, you should be able to hear me, see my screen and see me. If anyone not able to hear me, so please check the mic and speakers from your end, reconnect quickly. I got confirmation from other students that they are able to hear me, see me and see my screen as well. Okay, so please make sure that you are able to hear me. If anyone not able to hear me, you must have to reconnect quickly. Okay, so we'll start our session at sharp 9 o'clock. We will start our session at 9 a.m. sharp. 9 a.m. sharp, we are going to start. Okay, so 1 more minute left to start.
Hi Harsha.
Yeah, hi.
Yesterday I'm not able to attend this session. How can I get the
No
video?
problem. No problem. So we will share the video. If you are not able to attend yesterday, no issues. We'll share the video. Yesterday is an informative session, so no issues.
Okay.
Okay, even
Okay.
if you have missed it. Okay, any one of you, even if you have missed that day 1 demo, no problem. You can go through the video. Today's session and tomorrow's session both are connected. Okay, so whatever we are going to discuss tomorrow will be the continuation of today's session. That will be the continuation of today's session. So attending today and tomorrow is most important. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock. I think we can start now. So let's begin our session, today's session. And yesterday's session is available. We have shared it. We upload for first 3 days, as I told you. We'll put it in the YouTube and we'll share it to everyone. Okay, because we don't have your email IDs, we will go through YouTube. Okay, so here you go now. So yesterday's session, what has happened? Yesterday's session. Okay, day 2. Today is day 2. So day 1, what has happened? Recollecting day 1. So recollecting day 1 for first 5 minutes. Okay, so day 1, I have given you information about what is Pega and what is its purpose. What is its purpose? In short, Pega is an application development software tool using which we can develop the business applications, without the need of writing any code, When I say without the need of writing code, it means that you don't have to think about user interface coding, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you don't have to write, and business logic wise also you don't have to write any coding, and database wise also you don't have to write any queries and all. Understand? So as a Pega developer, you are going to work as a full stack developer on all the things like user interface, business logic, database related things. But nowhere you are going to deal with any coding. You don't need to know about any technologies, any syntaxes. No need to know about any of those. So that's what I told about Pega. In short, I have explained now. Okay, and apart from that, I have just given the information about what will be provided. So yesterday, I believe I have written here somewhere 11 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. only, 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour session only every day, 3.5 month session will be there. So additional 45 days, I did not tell you. Okay, see, after this training is over, you are done with 3.5 months training. During the training period, you will be giving 6 mock interviews. Mock interviews you will be giving. So based on your performance, we will give you another training which is for free of cost for 45 days, which is not mandatory. Not mandatory. With our 3.5 months training, you can crack any interview and you can get into the job. Okay, so what is this 45 days training called as? This is called as post training program or job training program. So where we will be working on a project, we will assign you one requirements of a project. We will ask you to do it. We will ask you to do it. We will guide you here and there. Like in real time projects, they will give you requirement. No one will teach you the subject. Subject teaching is already over. Okay, and we did practical projects here also. Daily assignments we have done, practical project we have done, another one more project also we have done here. So with the knowledge what you have gained here, you should be able to do this another project in 45 days. Plus we will conduct interview sessions. Again, interview sessions will be conducted here also, interview point of view. Again, overall, all the topics, again, we will conduct interview sessions like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like that. 3 days we will conduct interview sessions. 2 days we will conduct reviews of the project. Understand clear, everyone? So this training is not required for every one of you. Only those candidates who are feeling little bit of low confidence even after learning. To stabilize that and to give you, to boost up your confidence level, this training is going to help you. So this training, as a student of Harsha Trainings, you should be eligible to attend this training, because if you are not able to learn something here, then there is no point in coming to post training. Post training is suitable and post training will be understandable to those students only who are doing good here. Okay, so till when you can be eligible for post training? Till next 3 months. Your training is over today. From today onwards, within next 3 months, anytime you can give the interview on overall topics and be eligible for entering into post training program without any additional fees payment. Without any additional fees payment. Suppose there are students who are learning Pega somewhere else, maybe in their companies or somewhere, they have little bit of knowledge, but they want a project oriented sessions and interview sessions alone. So they would be joining, outsiders also would be joining this post training program, and they would be paying a fees of 20,000 rupees. How much they are going to pay? 20,000. So what is that you are getting for free of cost is 20,000. Okay, so as I told you yesterday, you fully focus on learning part only here. If you are learning here properly and you score a minimum of 6% out of 10, 6 marks out of 10 marks in your interviews, you are eligible for post training. So out of 6 interviews, we will consider 5 interviews as an average. Okay, 1 interview we will leave it. Okay, and final interview we will take into consideration on overall topics. That is pretty much fair, right? So if you are eligible, you will get into this one. Once you are getting into this one, means you are in job. That's it. There's no doubt about it. Okay, so your target should be being eligible for post training by learning whatever is being told here. You don't have to explore too much or too many things. Everything that is being delivered in the regular training program, if you are thorough and good with that, that means you can be into post training. If you are in post training, means definitely you will be getting the job for sure. There's no doubt about it. Okay, so this is for free of cost for our students, and for outsiders it is not for free. Okay, understand clear, everyone? So you'll be getting 20,000 rupees additional bonus actually. Okay, so think about it now. So that's what information I forgot to tell you. Apart from that, what I have told yesterday is about what we'll provide. We'll provide class running notes. We'll provide theory documents plus practical documents with screenshots of with written explanation. Daily recorded videos, view access for till 6 months, day 1 to till 6 months. Training duration plus 3 months additional, and audio recordings of technical Pega topics explained as a summary. Audio recordings of real interviews that have happened that we have attended. And we are going to learn Pega in a forward engineering, reverse engineering, debugging, troubleshooting, deployment, versioning, production support, all and all different ways we are going to understand and learn. And most importantly, we'll learn Pega in an architectural way. Okay, you will be learning Pega to the architecture level. We'll conduct mock exams and mock interviews. We'll help you with model resumes, and we'll help you with resume preparation, and we'll help you with projects and all. And we'll help you with the documentation process as well, as I have told you yesterday. and daily class practical and assignment homework will be given to you. Understand? This is a information. So yesterday's session is completely an informative session. Ante, whatever I have told is information. Okay, any degree, any background is eligible. That is also another point I have covered. So we are going to start our session, today's session, day 2. So what are we going to learn today and tomorrow? Okay, day 2 session. Okay. Okay. So day 2 session, what are we going to do? Day 2, I am going to explain you about these things. Look at here now. So this is a PPT where we have almost 25 slides. In 25 slides, I am going to explain you till 21 slides. Till how many slides? 21 slides. This 22, 23, 24, 25 will take half an hour time. So 1 hour, within 1 hour, I can complete up to 21 slides. And this last 4 slides will take around half an hour. That will be continued tomorrow. So what are you going to learn to understand today? Today you are going to get a clear idea about what is Pega and what type of applications we develop using Pega. And what is BPM? What is BPM? Okay. So why Pega is called as BPM tool? Why Pega is said to be BPM tool, and what is PRPC? Means Pega rules process commander. Okay, and here what is architecture of BPM? What is architecture of BPM and its components Okay, and here you are going to learn about what is architecture of Pega. I am sorry, what is architecture of Pega? So, but these will be covered tomorrow. This will be covered tomorrow. Okay, so this will be covered tomorrow, and probably okay, architecture also I'll tell you today itself if possible. I'll tell you. Okay, so this and all we will try to cover today. Okay, everyone clear? What are we going to learn? See, when you are started researching about Pega, when someone is saying you about Pega, or when you start researching about Pega, you might have heard so many words about Pega. Correct? Pega is one term you might be hearing. Pega PRPC you might have heard. Okay, you might have heard Pega BPM. You might have heard Pega CPDC and all. That is completely different. Keep it aside. We are going to focus on 3: Pega BPM, Pega PRPC. What are these 3 different terminologies? You are going to get a clear idea about these 3 different terminologies by the end of today's session. Clear? Everyone clear? So now you already know what is Pega. Pega is a software tool which is used to develop applications. Okay, very good. Okay, internet point of view, I mean like server point of view and internet point of view, network point of view. So what are different types of applications available? I'll tell you in general. This is all general information. Application, you are going to use Pega to develop applications. That's okay. When you're developing applications, you'll have user interface, business logic, and database stuff. This is what I told yesterday, right? So, but to develop any of these 3 components, you don't have to learn any coding syntaxes, nothing. You will be developing by using user interface based programming model in Pega. That's covered tomorrow. Sorry, yesterday it's covered. Sorry, it's yesterday itself that is covered. So from the network point of view, what are 2 different categories of applications by the network we access? I'll tell you. Internet applications, intranet applications. I'll tell you what does it mean. Internet applications means public domain applications. What is meant by public domain? Public domain means anyone will access from anywhere across the globe. You have internet connection, you can access that application. Tell me some applications of public domain. Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, all these are public domain applications. Intranet applications. Intra means within. Intranet applications means the applications which are accessible only within the network of a company. Within the network of a company or organization. Tata Consultancy Services. I want to access, I'm an employee. I want to access leave request application. I'm an employee. If I want to access, first I should connect to their network. I will be given with VPN. Okay, I'll have to connect to TCS network, then only I'll be able to access. Outsiders cannot access that application at all because you are not part of the organization. So intranet application means the applications which are accessible within the network of that particular company and accessible to the employees of that company only. These are all intranet applications. Banking internal applications will be there, no? See, banker will deposit money and all that management will be done by some application. Are we going to get access to use that application anytime? We will never access that application. We will never access application that is being accessed by banker to deposit money, to withdraw money, that calculations and all he will put no. So I'll give cash to banker. Banker will open one application. He will make an entry of 10,000 given. So it's a deposit type of transaction and submit. That application will never be exposed to outside world. That is internal application accessible within the business for business processing. For what purpose? Business processing purpose. I'll tell you another application. Amazon will have an application to maintain their logistics data. Logistics application, what is the product inventory management system is also there. Logistics inventory management is there. That application will never be accessible to anyone outside, but it will be accessible to employees of Amazon. Yes or no? So like this, internal applications, these are for purpose of business processing and business management. Business process management applications will be there. So if you want to manage your business processing internally, then you create some applications for managing your business process, and that application will be accessible only within the network of your company. Then that is called intranet application. Loan applications, insurance applications, all these are internal applications only. We will never access the real full-fledged applications. Public domain, it will not be available. Understand? Clear? Everyone clear with this? Online students, respond on the chatting window. Say yes. Okay. That's what intranet. See, Pega is mainly meant for developing internal business process management application. Pega, using Pega today in today's market, whatever the companies that are using Pega, they have Pega applications only, internal business process management application. That's how Pega rules process command environment is being designed. Okay, so here you go now. See, using Pega, if you are developing applications, what is the advantage for you? Why should I go for Pega? I can develop using open source technologies like Java, full stack technologies I can take and develop also. So, but there you need to write the coding. In Pega, everything is predefined, available, so many things, and no need of writing any code. No need of writing any code here. So Pega is no coding. So many predefined features are available. So many predefined features are available, and there is no need to write HTML coding. Then there is no need to write business logic coding. There is no need to write database queries and all. Still, you as a developer, you will work on all these three without writing the code. Understand? Clear, everyone? So that's where Pega applications can be developed in a faster pace compared to other technologies. So you go for normal technologies like Java and Python. If it is taking 1 year to develop an application like Flipkart, for example, Pega will not take that much time. It can be done just in less span of time, not exactly 3 months. Okay, but it will be done in less span of time. That is almost 75% of time will get reduced for sure. There's no doubt about it. Okay, so that's how in a faster pace you can develop applications and you can get into the market when you are using Pega. Okay, and now see, you might be hearing this word Pega BPM, Pega BPM, Pega BPM. So when you start looking into the market, they say BPM tools, Pega is a BPM tool, like that you might be hearing. So you want to know about Pega and its architecture. Okay, if you want to understand the architecture of Pega, first and foremost, as a Pega developer, you should have a clear idea about BPM. Let me tell you, without knowing and understanding about BPM, you know Pega, it means you are working on something without knowing the fundamentals. It is very much essential that a student, it's very, very important, a student or someone who is working on Pega must have a clear-cut idea about BPM and its architecture. Understand? Clear, everyone? So I will explain you BPM in detail. BPM stands for Business Process Management. At the end of this, you will be able to understand why Pega is called as BPM tool. Why Pega is called as BPM tool, you will be able to come to a conclusion and clear cut understand. So I am going to cover here what is BPM, what is the architecture of BPM, and the components of the BPM architecture. That's what our goal to understand. So before I proceed forward to explaining about BPM, I will ask you to make one consideration. I'll ask you to make one consideration. What is that consideration? For some time, consider whatever I have told about Pega is also applicable to BPM. I told you Pega is used to develop, Pega is a tool. Now you say BPM is a tool. BPM is a tool. Okay, I'll write down that point. Consideration. BPM is a tool as a consideration. So used to develop what? Used to develop applications. Used to develop like Pega. Used to develop applications. Make this consideration and then we will proceed forward. So using BPM, what you can do? You can develop applications. That's what I am telling just. So what is BPM? BPM stands for business process management. BPM stands for business process management. So BPM tool is going to manage, is going to allow you to develop applications. BPM tool is going to allow you to develop your applications. What is the purpose you are developing your applications? That's the question. You are developing application, okay. What is the purpose of the application that you are developing? Tell me. To manage your business only, right? Your business is getting processed. You want to manage that process, yes or no? So you want to manage the processing of your business. So you are using a BPM tool, business process management. This tool is going to design the artifacts, how your business management should be done. Business process management, you have to design it, no? You have to design complete business process management, whatever that you are doing. You have to come up with a digital product. So the digital product can be developed by using BPM tool. Everyone clear, online students? Are you clear? So far, are you clear? So BPM is going to provide you an environment as a tool, allows you to design the architecture of your business. మీరు ఎందుకు లేట్ గా వస్తారు రోజు? ఉపయోగం ఏంటి? ఫస్ట్ రోజు అయితే మీరు లేట్ గా వచ్చిన ఉపయోగం లేదు. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఏదో సరదాగా రావడం అనొచ్చు. మీరు ఒకవేళ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉండి జాయిన్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటే టైంకి రండి. మీకు ఇది అంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ లేదనుకుంటే టైం వేస్ట్ చేసుకోవద్దు. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే మీరు ఇప్పుడు వచ్చినా మీకు ఏం అర్థం కాదు, అంటే ఇంకో 40 minutes వేస్ట్ అన్నమాట. అర్థమైందా? First class timings are very important. 9 o'clock means 9 o'clock. That's it. There's no doubt about it. 9 o'clock on dot session will begin. Okay, 2 minutes before at least you should be sitting here. You should be relaxing. Okay, 10 o'clock sharp we want to wind up. Anytime if it is exceeding the topic, we may extend 5 minutes like that. Okay, but do not come late to the session. Okay, it's I will think about that later. First we will see BPM. BPM I am not yet done. I just started. So business BPM stands for business process management. BPM stands for business process management. So BPM as a tool, it is going to allow you to develop the applications. This is going to allow you to design the processing of your application. How your application processing, business processing should be managed will be decided by this. Look at here now. You are going to design your transaction model like a multi-stepped architecture. What is that? So BPM, you are going to develop your application. If you are developing your application means you need to design a transaction model now. You need to design a transaction model. How you design a transaction model in BPM environment? How you design a transaction model in BPM environment? Okay, take it. How you design transaction model in BPM? Let me tell you. So while using BPM, you are going to design your transaction model. You are going to design your transaction model as a flow diagram. As a flow diagram. In Java, do you have a flow diagram representation? Do you have any flow diagrammatical representation of flows in Java? You don't have. In C# you have. In Python you have. No. So a diagrammatical representation of the transaction model, like a flow diagram, that BPM environments provides you. BPM environment is going to provide you. Just let me try to log into my system once, just to show you visually in Pega as well. I'll try. There is some issue with the system, but I'll try to log in, and if possible, I'll show you. So BPM is going to allow you to design a transaction model like a flow diagram. Okay, so flow diagram, is it easy to understand or not? So any one of us can understand? Me focus anta ikkada undali, అర్థమైందా? So just while I am teaching, you just fully focus here and try to understand the concept. Okay, ఆయన అయిపోతే ఆయన పాస్ చేస్తాడు, వదిలేయండి, మీకు సంబంధం లేదు. Okay, so online students closely follow here. Okay, so flow diagrams are easy to read and understand. As a human being, you can easily understand. Okay, and here you go now. See, BPM is going to provide you, BPM tool has the ability to have end-to-end solutions. BPM tool is going to provide such an ability where it has giving end-to-end solutions to your application development. So BPM provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of the transaction model that you are designing in your application. So what does it mean? Okay, I'll explain you in detail. Look at here. So BPM is going to provide you an environment where you can develop the applications. You develop your application, you want to design your transaction model. The environment is going to facilitate you where you can design your transaction model like a flow diagram, or flow chart. And now BPM is going to provide you end-to-end visibility and control over the development that you are doing for your application. What does it mean? I'll explain you step by step. Listen to me carefully. Look at here now. Let's take a software application development life cycle. SDLC stands for software development life cycle. What are the phases in software development life cycle? You can ping here on the charting window. I'm going to write high level of steps. Okay, so in SDLC software development life cycle, first thing is requirements gathering. What is that? Requirements gathering. So requirements gathering is one task that will be done. Second one, analysis, design and development. After that, unit testing, and after that, so QA testing, that is let's say I'll write down simply regression testing. Okay, and next, fifth one is deployments. What is that? Deployments. At high level I have written the steps. I will tell you now in general. Leave about BPM, come out of BPM, and in general you are working on Java, .NET, C#, any full stack related technologies, how all these things will be handled in a project. So for requirements gathering, we use a separate tool called as Jira. What is the tool name? Jira, or any other equivalent tool. Next, analysis, design and development will be done by developer. Will do analysis and design and development will be done some environment. Okay, IDE, integrated development environment. Java means Eclipse, .NET means Microsoft Visual Studio, whereas Python means maybe some tools are available for Python. Pega means it is PRPC, environment is PRPC. These are called IDEs, development environments. You need development environment now. Next, unit testing also you will be doing on the environment only. It will be done by developer. Unit testing will be done by whom? Developer. Next, regression testing will be done by test engineer, or tester, or test engineer, or QA, quality engineer, quality analyst, you call it as test engineer or QA, quality analyst. Deployments will be done by release management team. They will use tools like third-party tools they will use. Tell me some deployment tools. Git. Next, IDE means development environment, integrated development environment. Okay, integrated development environment. Jenkins. Okay, and what else?
Department manager,
etc. So many are there. All done. So many are there. See, you need to purchase all this. You need to purchase all of these tools one by one. You need to purchase. I'll write down even a little bit more. Reporting. I'll write down one more. Reporting means Cognos, Crystal reports. Okay, so Crystal reporting tool, OBIE. Okay, MSBI. Okay, Tableau. I'm not pretty much sure about this. Okay, and ClickView, and what else? Power BI is there. Power BI. Like this, so many tools are available in the market. You need to purchase this for reporting purpose. Next, Seventh one, versioning, version management. What is that? Version management also part of the overall project. For this, what are the tools you'll use? Version management, SVN. Okay. Anything else? Etc. So many other tools are there. Oh, you have to purchase these many things in a project. Understand? You have to purchase these many tools. If you're working on Java, you'll come across all these tools. You're working on .NET, you'll come across all these tools for sure. There is no doubt about it. Now, see, using BPM. BPM provides you the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of the business application transaction model that you are designing. Means using BPM tool, a developer can, using BPM tool, a developer can work on requirements gathering part, development part, unit testing part, and what else? QA testing, anyhow QAs will be doing, but same tool they'll be doing also. And deployments, and what else? Reporting and version management. All these are there in single tool. All these are there in one tool only. Look at here, at the left to bottom of the screen, I am showing you Pega screen. I'm showing you Pega screen. No need to bother about navigation. At the left to bottom, you have Agile Workbench. No, this is for requirements gathering, stories, user stories, requirements gathering. Also bugs. Bugs means some defect management also you can do here. As a defect management tool also you can use it. And this is deployment. Development anyhow on this environment only. This is a development environment. IDE, integrated development environment. Okay, this is the development environment. So now what about the next one? I told you. So testing, unit testing. Okay, let me open something. So better I'll open. Okay, you don't have to focus on navigation setup. Okay, so anyhow we will be doing the unit testing and we will be adding, I told you, right, I'll be including test cases also part of our training. Okay, test cases also part of our training program. Okay, I need some other rule to show you the test cases tab. Okay, okay, so here you go. So here you are going to do the test cases. Test cases you are going to write and results, and you can export the test case results and all. You can submit it to QA, your unit testing results and all. QA people again use the same environment to test. Okay, and next deployments you want to do, right? What is the next one you want to do? Deployment. Deployment, if you want to do development, distribution, and import export, these are all related to deployment. Import means installation, export means packaging. You don't have to think too much about all these things, but deployment means installation of the product. Okay, can be done here. And moreover, what is the other one? Reporting. Reporting can be, yesterday also I shown you, know, reporting can be done by using a report rule, where you don't have to write any queries. It will interact with the database and bring the data, show it in a format of pie charts, table format, pie charts, and different ways you can make it visible. Different ways you can make, you want chart format, you can make it visible chart format also. So many options are there in BPM tool. BPM tool is a unified platform where it provides you the visibility of development end to end. End to end means starting from requirement gathering, everything you can do on BPM environment. Make sense? Clear, everyone? All of you clear, online students? Every one of you clear? So BPM environment is a unified platform which provides you a platform for application development where you can design your transaction model like a flow diagram. This platform is going to provide you all the features starting from requirement phase to complete reporting phase, including versioning also. I did not show you versioning, but it is there. We'll be working on it practically. Okay, everything, all the phases, unified platform, okay, is a BPM tool. Understand? For now I am going with BPM. Don't ask me any questions, I'll come back to you. And now, so this is what about BPM. So BPM is going to provide you these many facilities, and it is going to allow you to manage the way that your business can be processed. You can design your business process management on BPM tool. Understand? Clear, everyone? Everyone clear about BPM? Every one of you, are you clear so far? Respond on the charting window, say yes, or unmute and respond. Someone can unmute and respond. Okay, okay.
Yes,
So that's what
understand.
BPM. So I'm showing you in Pega environment. I will relate BPM with Pega soon. You will get a clear idea about why Pega is called as BPM. So now your idea is BPM is a tool unified platform where we can develop the applications, design transaction model like a flowchart. This is your idea. Now, okay, you are going to develop applications using BPM. You can also develop applications using traditional programming languages. No, you can develop applications using either this or that. What is the high level of difference only I'm going to tell you. What is the high level difference that you find in BPM and full stack technologies? Full stack technologies, I'll tell you. See, I will go back to the diagram. Here, if you're developing a full stack application using BPM, you can develop. Using full stack technologies also you can develop. See, full stack application means user interface will be there, business logic will be there, database related components will be there. These three we consider as three different layers. These three we consider as three different layers. User interface layer, business logic layer, database layer. These three layers of development will be there in traditional programming as well as BPM. Also you have these three layers. UI, business logic, database layers will be there in traditional as well as BPM. Then what is the additional component that you come across in BPM which is not there in the traditional program? That is, what is it? Flow diagrammatical representation of transaction model. Flow diagrammatical representation of transaction model do you have in Java, C#, Python? Do you have that such a transaction model design? You don't have. So in BPM, you design your transaction model like a flow diagram. Flow diagram. So this flow diagram, what is the order of the steps that are there? Step 1, step 2, step 3. In the same order, your transaction processing will be done. Understand? Everyone clear? So in the same order, your transaction. So at a high level, the difference between traditional programming languages and BPM is comparison and differences. Both will have UI layer, business logic layer, database layer. But in BPM, you have additionally one more component called as flow. What is that called as? Flow. Flow is equal to process. We can also call it as process. You say process or you say flow. Both are same. Both are same. So now the next question comes into picture. Can you tell me what does a flow represents? A flow represents what? A flow represents the transaction model or processing from beginning to ending. From beginning to ending of transaction. From beginning to ending of transaction. So what are all the steps involved? Everything. Going through flow, beginning, ending, everything you will come to know. That's what. It is also called as process. So transaction, can I say transaction is equal to work? Can I use this terminology also? So you are saying transaction. Can I say that transaction as work also? You have done a transaction means you have performed a work, no? You have done some work, no? Everyone clear, online students? Transaction word you can also replace by using another word called as work. Okay, look at here now. So using BPM, you are going to develop your applications where you are going to, BPM provides you full facilities of all the things from requirement phase to reporting phase, versioning, everything you can do on single environment. That's how it is being provided. BPM provides you to design a transaction model like a flow diagram. These are the points we have covered. This is also called as process. This is also called as process. Now we want to understand what is process. What is process? Look at here now. So we are trying to travel towards understanding the architectural components of BPM. That's our goal. In the architectural components of BPM, we came across one component as of now. That is flow. Flow is one component in the architecture of BPM. So flow, or you can call it as flow or process. What is meant by a process? A process is a unit of work. Flow is going to represent the work. No? Process is said to be a unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. That can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. Imagine we have designed a flow diagram for leave request process. What is that? So leave request you can easily understand. How many screens will be there? 2 screens. Screen 1, details about the leave and submit. Screen 2, manager will access. Manager will have an option: approve, reject, submit. Any one option he will choose and submit. So now if you submit a leave request to your manager, there are 2 scenarios that may happen. Manager may accept your leave request. Manager may reject your leave request. Yes or no? Manager has accepted your leave request. Then your leave request is said to be completed. Leave request is said to be completed. Suppose if manager rejects your leave request, still your leave request is said to be completed. Still your leave request is said to be completed. Okay. So how that is? Your manager accepts or rejects. In both scenarios, leave request is completed. In one scenario, leave request is completed, approved. Completed, approved. In another scenario, leave request is completed, rejected. But both ways it is completed only. See, if you say it is not completed, you should be able to resume it. Will you be able to resume a rejected leave? You have to submit one more new leave request if you want. Yes or no? So that's why the definition of process you are finding it as: process is a unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. Everyone clear? Make sense? Vivek Satyanarayana, what is controls over all parts of multi-step transaction? See, someone is asking, what do you mean by controls over all parts of multi-step transaction? I told you, na? Control, you should not look at only this part. You should look at completely this part. Understand? BPM provides you, BPM has an ability to provide you end-to-end solutions, and also this environment controls your transaction model. Transaction multi-steps means what? Multiple steps are there in the transaction. That's what multi-step transaction. Multi-step means there are multiple steps involved in your transaction model. You are designing your transaction model, you are creating your application now. For this, you need requirement gathering, you need reporting also, you need deployments also, you need versioning also, you need development also, you need testing also. All of these are available. It has the ability to provide you end-to-end solutions. That's the meaning. Ardhamainda? Everyone clear? Online students, are you clear? It provides you end-to-end solutions. Satyanarayana, that's the meaning. It is providing you end-to-end solutions when you are developing your application transaction model. Make sense? Vivek, are you clear? Don't ask me any questions which are irrelevant for now. Don't ask me any deviation questions. Okay, I will take up your questions later, Pratap. So my point is, you need to understand whatever that I am teaching you. And if you have any doubt or question related to what we have done so far, you can ask me. If you are going to get into deviations questions, then our topic will be deviated. Okay, it cannot be completed. So follow the session, ask me the questions related to this session. Once we are done with overall session, ask me any other questions, no problem. Okay, so far are you clear or not? That's what I'm asking. Do you have any doubts or any questions in the topic that we have discussed so far? Are you clear so far? Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. Look at here now. See, what are the points we discussed? Let me summarize. So far, what are the points? BPM is a tool used to develop applications. BPM is a unified platform which provides all and all facilities of requirements to complete reporting, versioning, everything. You can do it on BPM environment, where BPM environment allows you to design your transaction model like a flow diagram. That's what we are calling as a work. See, everything is interconnected. Every slide is interconnected. Look at here. Okay, so you said process is something where you are going to it is going to represent your transaction model. Okay, and now using BPM we develop applications. That's what I am telling. No, BPM tool must have some name. No, tool must have some. So BPM tool name we can consider it as BPM suite. BPM suite. What is meant by suite? You know about suitcase, right? So what will be there in suitcase? You will put so many things. No, that's why it is called as a suite. Collection of components. Suite is collection of components. So using BPM you are developing applications. That environment I am calling it as BPM suite. What will be there in BPM suite? BPM suite means entire environment where you design, develop your applications. It has some architecture, yes or no? It will have some architecture, no? Our goal is to know about the components of that architecture. To know about the components of BPM architecture. I have given you idea about what is BPM. It's over. But architecture also you should know. Okay. So what are the components in the architecture of BPM? We are trying to go to learn that. Okay, to understand. Look at here the definition. BPM suite is a software system, means it's a product. It's a software product that allows you for the direct execution of the business process. So BPM suite is a product using which you can develop applications. Also, you can process your applications. You can process your application transactions. You can process your application transactions on BPM environment by considering, we are getting into the real points now, by considering the built-in business rules. This is the point to focus. So BPM environment is going to allow you to design and develop the applications, and you process your application transactions using BPM environment. It is going to allow you to do all these things by considering some built-in business rules. Means in a BPM tool, business rules will be there. In BPM tool, process is there. Next, what did you come across? Business rules. BPM suite. BPM tool name is what? BPM suite. What are the architectural components here? First one, process or flow. Yes or no? Which represents your transaction model. Second component we are coming across. Business rules. Business rules. See, I am not going to tell you about the technical aspect of a business rule. For now, your mind cannot catch it. But in real world, I will explain you what is a business rule in an understandable way. In the real world, just focus on the real world. Look at here now. So our one more component is business rule. So BPM tool will have so many business rules. So many business rules. So what is a business rule? I'll tell you with two examples. Listen to me carefully. One example. First example. I am driving in a car by road. Okay. So I have seen a red signal. Once I see a red signal, I am going to stop before zebra crossing. So after some time, I've seen a green signal. What am I going to do? I'm going to move on, right? Now, what is this signal here? The signal is a rule, traffic rule. Signal is a traffic rule. The rule is controlling the behavior of the entire traffic system. Vehicle traffic system, everything is being controlled. This, you are in a system now. In a system, the entire system is being controlled by what? Rules. That is how it is applicable in the real world. Same is applicable in the technology also. BPM system has some rules. That rules are responsible for controlling the behavior of the entire system. Okay, see, you are a human. Your human body, it is one system now. You have a biological system, right? How your biological system will be controlled by you? You are going to keep some rules yourself. Okay, I want to wake up morning 5 a.m. early. Accordingly, you will set a rule. Rule will be stored in your brain. Okay, 5 a.m. you will wake up. I want to have my breakfast every day by 8:30. I don't want to eat junk food. I want to eat only some good food. Okay, I want to sleep by 10 p.m. I do not want to use phone during the night time. I want to keep my phone outside of my room where I am sleeping. These are all rules that you are going to put yourself. You are storing these rules somewhere. These rules will be driven. These rules will be driven at the appropriate time. Yes or no? That's how your entire body is going to be controlled by certain rules and regulations that you are going to keep yourself. You are going to store those rules in the brain. Same way your system also will work. Yes or no? Traffic rules, based on traffic rules only, entire system will work. You are going to walk on the road only on left side in India. Why? That's a rule you need to follow. If you are violating, some problems will come. Yes or no? Red signal is there. Rule is saying that you stop. You have to stop. If you are moving, some problem will come. Understand? Your entire system will function, will be controlled based on the rules. Rule you are storing in your brain, no? Same way some storage is required in the application also. Yes or no? So now your BPM system will be controlled by rules. So what is a rule? Think of a business rule as a statement aimed to influence the behavior of a system. Rule is going to control the entire behavior of a system. So the example which I told you, understand or not? You understand the example I told? Consider financial transaction business process for credit cards. Imagine, okay, there are two persons, person 1, person 2. Person 1 has a credit card. Person 2 also has the same credit card. Appearance is same, everything. But person 1 credit card limit is 3 lakh rupees. Person 2 credit card limit is 5 lakh rupees. Okay, understand? Person 1, person 2, they went to a purchase center. Okay, so person 1, he has purchased for 5 lakhs and trying to pay using the credit card which has a limit of 3 lakhs. What will happen, you tell me? What will happen?
Card will decline.
Yeah. What is that? It will be declined, saying that insufficient funds. So now the system is being behaving. System behavior is reject. System behavior is reject. Yes or no? Another person has purchased for 5 lakhs. Person 2. He is paying by using his credit card having 5 lakhs limit. System is going to say accept the transaction or not. Same system, two behaviors producing based on role, based on limit. Here limit is a role. Limit is a role that is controlling the behavior of the system. Yes or no? Is limit written on the credit card? Is limit written on the credit card? Am I going to tell this is my limit only, enter this limit only? I am not going to tell. Then where is the limit? How does the purchase center system knows about the limit of my credit card? That's my question. That means it is stored somewhere? No. Where the limit has been stored, I'll tell you. In the database of banker. The database of banker. Understand here, everyone clear? So now that's a business rule. Business rules will get stored in a database. Storage is required. Business rules are stored in database. BPM environment is there. BPM environment is being controlled by business rules. BPM environment is being controlled by business rules. This point everyone clear? Now the database where the business rules are going to get stored is called as business rules database. In the architecture of BPM, we had come across with 3 components: flow model, design transaction model, flow, and rules will be there to control the system, and rules get stored in a database storage called as business rules database. 3 components are next. Business rules are there in business rules database.
Harsha
Go
sir,
ahead.
business rules and business logic are two different thing or same thing?
See, let me tell you one thing. Do not think about technology for some time. The reason why
Okay.
I did not tell you in a technical point of view, you cannot understand. Once you experience in Pega, no, you'll understand. Once you experience in Pega, you will understand. For now, real world, you will try to understand. That will give you a clear picture. Okay, everyone clear?
Okay.
So business rules are going to control the entire system. Those rules will get stored somewhere. Normally, the rules that you are going to put yourself will be stored in your mind now. Okay, same way, business rules stored in database. Software means database. See, I'll ask you one question by telling you one real life situation. So there is an agricultural land. There is an agricultural land. So if you want to do a business in agricultural land, business doesn't mean like you wanted to do cultivation. That's the ultimate goal, no? That's the business goal. Cultivation you want to do. What do you need? You need water. You need water. Water is available, but it is available at some distance, far away distance. It is available in a lake or in a pond or somewhere, in a well or somewhere. I want to drive the water from that place to my agricultural land. What can I do? Don't tell me like I'll go with a bucket and bring it. Okay, human process you leave it. Take the machine help and tell me what you can do. You are going to use a motor pump. You are going to use a motor pump. You fix a motor pump at some distance in between. So you need to connect by pipeline. No? Motor pump one way you connect to well, and motor pump another way you connect into your agricultural land. It is going, what is it responsible for? Drive the water from the respective place to agricultural land. Yes or no? Same concept will be applicable in BPM also. Look at the diagram. This is what I told you. Yes or no? Now, in BPM system, business rules are the ones which have to control the system. But business rules are stored in business rules database. Business rules are stored where? Business rules database. And BPM suite is there. How these rules will be driven from database to BPM environment? Rules are there stored in database. It should be driven now. Water is there in the lake. It should be driven to the agricultural land. Then only your business will be done. Yes or no? Same way to the BPM environment. To the BPM environment, the business rules that are stored in database should be driven. Yes or no? For a driving purpose, you are using a mechanical motor, hardware motor you are using for driving water. Here everything is software, no? We need one software component which is going to interact with the business rules database, drive the business rules from database to environment. Yes or no? That software component is a program, software program. That program is called as business rules engine, BRE. Learning Pega means you should know all this. Okay, I am not simply teaching. These are fundamental core foundation. Understand? So without teaching also I can teach you Pega, but without knowing this you don't get into Pega. You'll understand the relation. Okay, you'll understand the relation now. So in a BPM architecture, I have one more component now. What is that component? Business rules engine. Here engine doesn't mean hardware. Engine means software program. Software program. What is it responsible for? Business rules engine. Business rules engine acts as an interface in between business rules, BPM environment and its business rules database. What is the task of business rules engine? Business rules engine interacts with business rules database, drives the business rules and get it to the application to achieve the required goals. Swipe the card. When you swipe the card, one program will run. It will take the card number and other details, go to database, check the limit, bring the limit to the application, verify with the match with the amount that you are trying to pay. Amount you are trying to pay, limit will be matched. Accordingly, system behavior will depend. Understand clear everyone? Same concept. Understand? Online students, are you clear with this point? So we're connecting all the components in architecture. Okay. Business rules engine is a software program which is an interface between BPM environment and its database, which will drive business rules from business rules database to BPM environment to achieve required goals. Okay. These are the four components. This is how BPM entire system, how it will work. Any action you do, engine will run. Engine will go to rule base. I mean like business rules database, bring the business rules and execute to get the business done. That's the behavior of BPM tool. Okay. So far, whatever I have told you about BPM, as I told you, it's like a physical product as a product, but in reality, it's not a physical component. It is a methodology. What is it? It's a methodology. Okay. So BPM is a kind of methodology. It's a kind of what I can say blueprint. It's a kind of blueprint. So you want to design a system for application development and execution purpose. You want to design a system for application development and execution purpose. Take this blueprint and come up with same architecture of your product. Take the help of some technologies, take the blueprint of this BPM and come up with a real product. Then that product is said to be a BPM tool. That product is said to be a BPM. I have drawn a plan. I have given you the plan to construct a house. Take the plan and construct a real house. Yes or no? Same way, BPM, whatever that I have told you, BPM architecture, everything is a kind of plan. I can take this plan and I can develop my own product which has all these components in it. Then my product is said to be BPM tool. You take this plan, you develop your own product using any technology of your wish. Your product should have all these components. Your product should have all these components. Then your product is said to be BPM tool. All the BPM tools available in market are being built based on BPM methodology and BPM architecture. Understand clear now? Everyone clear? Why Pega is called as BPM tool? Pega is built based on BPM methodology. Pega architecture is BPM architecture. That's why Pega is called as BPM tool. So Pega has developed a software product. Pega Systems is a company which has developed a software product, and that product has been built based on the blueprint of plan of BPM methodology. That's why that product is called as BPM tool. What is the name of the product that Pega has developed? Pega Systems has developed a product by name PRPC, Pega Rules Process Commander. The name of this product they did not give so simply. So you will understand and you will realize, see how beautiful. So I'm sorry, what has happened? Oh, redo is not there. Okay, I'll write below what is there in that. Pega Rules Process Commander. What is that? Pega Rules Process Commander. So Pega Rules Process Commander is a BPM tool. In short, you call it as PRPC. In short, you call it as, if it is a BPM tool, it should also have all the components that we discussed so far. It has all the components that we have discussed so far, but the naming convention is different. I can give my own naming convention, no? Yes or no? I can give my own naming convention. Yes or no? Okay. Now process, whatever the naming convention you follow in BPM process, here also same thing. In BPM, they are calling it as business rules, no? In Pega, they call it as Pega rules. In Pega, they call it as Pega rules. In BPM, you are calling business rules database. Business rules stores into a database, business rules database. In Pega, Pega rules will store in a database called as rule base. What are they calling? Rule base. Terminology only different, but overall, whatever I told now, that is same here. Business rules engine is a software program engine will run all the time to interact with the business rules database and drive the business rules from business rules database to environment. Yes or no? Like you need to always imagine that water pump connected, and same you can understand easily the technology. Technology you will be able to learn and understand when you compare and come up with real life examples. Otherwise, it will be difficult. Okay. Always technical aspects, if you want to understand it clearly, always think about in the real world what is the example for it. Then you can easily understand. Okay. Business rule, traffic rule, controlling the entire system. That's it. Simple. Okay. Now, business rules engine here is called as process commander. What is it called as? Process commander. So Pega Systems has developed a software product using BPM methodology, and they named it as Pega Rules Process Commander, not so simply. Look at the name and look at the architectural components together is name. Yes or no? The architectural component, you have Pega Rules, you have Process Commander, combinedly name is Pega Rules Process Commander. Understand? Based on the architecture only they have named. So now if you look at this definition, Pega Rules Process Commander, if you divide Pega Rules Process Commander into two parts, PR stands for Pega Rules. Pega Rules will be driven by Process Commander. Process Commander drives the Pega Rules, yes or no? Combinedly this name is PRPC, Pega Rules Process. You understand why they named it as PRPC? Not so simply just like that. Why they have named it as PRPC? That's the architectural design. Main thing, core thing is rules. Core thing is rules. Rules will be driven by a core engine, that is Process Commander. Overall the name is Pega Rules Process Commander. Pega. That's a shortcut name we are calling in our own colloquial language. Okay. You say Pega tool, shortcut you are calling. Actually, you have to say PRPC tool. What you need to say? PRPC tool. But Pega tool is also okay, no problem. Why you are calling Pega BPM? Because Pega is built based on BPM methodology. Pega tool, PRPC tool is built based on BPM methodology. That's the reason why you are calling it as BPM tool. Understand clear, everyone? Any tool which has been developed using BPM methodology, which has similar architecture, is said to be BPM tool. There are so many BPM tools available in market, out of which Pega is a leader. Okay. So now you can ask me. So now tell me, don't ask me. Are you clear about what is Pega? What are the architectural components of Pega at a high level? What is BPM and its architectural components? Why Pega is said to be BPM tool? Are you clear? Every one of you clear? If someone is going to ask you today, what is Pega, what is Pega BPM, what is Pega PRPC, I'm not getting these three different terminologies, you'll be able to clarify them. Yes or no? So if someone is going to ask you, tell me what is Pega used for and what is its architecture, you'll be able to explain or not. Okay. So if they ask you why they have named Pega rules process commander, what is the meaning of it, you'll be able to tell them. Pega rules are the fundamental core artifacts. Process commander is an engine which is driving this core rules in order to achieve the business goals. That's it, simple. Okay, so this is what about Pega rules process commander environment. One, if you want to learn Pega, you want to understand Pega, you want to work on Pega, before you proceed to Pega, you need to know about BPM. That is must. Without knowing BPM is something, without learning the fundamentals, you are trying to learn something else. That's not the right way. Okay, learn everything from the root level. BPM is two extra things comparing to normal technology. Flowchart, business rules database. Flowchart is the extra thing. Business rules database, there also database will be available in technology, other technologies are not. But we are not calling them as rules. Here we are calling them as rules. Flowchart is an additional component. Flowchart is said to be additional component. Okay, your understanding is correct. No problem. No problem. Okay, so this is how your regular sessions also will be conducted with real life examples comparison. Okay, so 4 more slides are there that will be covered tomorrow. Tomorrow's session will be continuation of today's session. Let me tell you this, same meeting link you are going to use for tomorrow as well, and you come down here tomorrow also, and everyone should be available here on time. That's the expectation. Not only today or tomorrow, every day. Every day, at least 1 minute before you connect to the meeting and stay there. At least 1 minute before you have to be here. Understand clear, everyone? So don't be late to the sessions. That's not at all acceptable. Okay, if you are late for 5 minutes, entire rest of the 55 minutes will be wasted. Why do you have to waste your time? Okay, don't do that. Please start early and reach early. Okay, and online students, you don't have to travel. It's very easy for you. So connect to your system 10 to 15 minutes before itself. Turn on your system, power on, everything ready. 1 minute before you try to connect. I'll open the meeting tomorrow onwards 3 minutes before. Okay, so 8:57 I will open the meeting. Okay, and I'll wait for you all. And before, and so that we can ask previous days doubts and all I will give you at the end of the session. Okay, because I have already running batches in the previous slot, 8 to 9 already running. Okay, I'll close their meeting 2 to 3 minutes before every day. Okay, because I have to open 9 o'clock. Understand clear? That's why I'll not be able to open at the earliest. So day 1 I have given holiday to them. That's why I'm able to open at 15 minutes before. Okay, so I'll cover your doubts and questions. Now you can ask me your questions and doubts related to this. Any questions? You respond on the chatting window, yes or no. Respond no if you don't have questions so far. If you have questions on other things other than what we have discussed, someone was asking some questions some time back. Let me go back to that. What is that? Limitations of Pega. Someone was asking, what are the limitations of Pega? See, in the development point of view, there are no limitations of Pega. You can develop anything and everything. There's no doubt about it. But only Pega user interface is not rich user interface. Which means, suppose you take one website like Flipkart, Amazon, colorful things, attraction will be there. Pega will not bother about all these things. Pega will bother about only processing. A business person who is using business application internally, they don't bother about richness of UI. When you want to attract the customers, you need richness. Otherwise, no need. That's why Pega is internal business processing. No need of richness. That may slow down your application. So business will always bother about faster processing, right? So Pega will never bother about richness of UI. That's the limitation. What kind of projects we are going to work on? You said we are going to work on one insurance project, auto insurance and automobile car rental application and daily assignments. These two you will be doing parallelly along with daily assignments. And apart from this, we are going to work on banking project, and that will be in post training. That will be in post training, and parallel to banking, one more healthcare and all we can assign based on your ability. Okay, it doesn't matter how many projects you have done, but it's matter about what is the knowledge you have gained. If you are perfectly gaining the knowledge with one project, you can work on any project. Okay, but learn the subject in a generalized way. Don't learn it as a specific point. Only one example, you don't think like only this example can be done. Okay, so learn it in a generalized way. Learn it in a generalized way. Understand? So tomorrow also use the same meeting link. Ask me if you have any doubts or any questions. Is business rule or data stay in some database are different? Business rule
Same
will be
database.
stored in database in the form of data. Rule will be converted into data. Rule will be converted into data. See, you are seeing red signal now. That signal is not a real actually. Signal is something a result of electricity. Electricity is getting stored into simple. I'll tell you. You are having some gas stove. No, it will not be stored as a gas. It will be stored as a liquid in the cylinder. Yes or no? So liquid format, when it comes, it will change its format. That's it. Okay, data format rule will be there. When it comes out, we are calling it as a single component called as rule. That's it. So technology and tool difference. It's very simple. Technology is a language. Technology is a language. Okay, it's a free format. You can do anything using it. Tool is a product developed using the language. Tool is a product developed using the language. Understand clear everyone? Tool is a product developed using language. That's the difference. Process is a flow diagram. Process means your transaction model represented by flow diagram. That is also called as process. See, you are doing one work. You are doing one work. You have deposited money. Means you have done one transaction. You have done some work. Means that can be represented by process. That can be represented by a flow diagram or called as process. Why Pega is also known as CRM tool? See, Pega CRM is also there. CRM stands for customer relationship management. Who is leader in CRM? Salesforce. Salesforce has provided best solutions in CRM world. Pega CRM is also there, but not up to the mark. Pega is a leader in BPM. You will come to know tomorrow why it is. Okay. How many demo sessions will be there? See, tell me one thing. What is your understanding about demo session? Demo session, what is your idea and understanding about it? What do you feel about demo session? Demo session, what is it meant for? Demo session is not something which is not required. Okay, it is going to give you a clear-cut understanding and idea and foundation of the technology or tool you are going to learn, plus the process about the training, what we provide, what we give you, all that it is going to tell you. Demo sessions are important or not? Suppose you did not attend today demo session. While learning Pega, will you be able to understand how you know process commander is there which is running, but do you have a clear idea about what is process commander? Are you going to have? You're not going to have. So you need to have a clear picture and idea about something that you are using. Yes or no? You're using it, have some idea about it, have some information. That's what your demo is going to give. Make sense? Clear everyone? Demo is most important part of your learning process. Okay, regular sessions depends on demo. Everything that we have discussed today and we are going to discuss tomorrow, we will come across all these components going forward every day in our day-to-day development. While we are going with regular classes, I'll tell you, this is the point I have told you at demo. I'll connect you back. Okay, that's why demo is very, very important. Don't neglect it at all. BPM is just the methodology, is correct. Okay, to develop a tool. It is not a software. By itself, it is not a product. It's a kind of plan. It's a kind of architectural plan that you take, build your own things. Okay, next. Any other doubts or queries? So are you clear? Are you comfortable with the pace that we are going? You find it is fast or what? I'm giving you enough examples and all. Okay, so regular sessions will be slower than this because this is a somewhat generalized information. I may go a little bit faster, but regular sessions will be slow because there we have to show you navigations and all. It will be running slow. BPM used to design purpose. BPM is used to develop application product. So BPM is a kind of blueprint. Come up with the reality of the blueprint where you are going to have a product ready for you, which you can sell in the market. Okay, for application development purpose. Okay, clear everyone? We are good to go ahead. Okay, I'm going to close the meeting. Thank you for joining everyone. Tomorrow same meeting link use. Tomorrow also come down. Tomorrow will be continuation of today's session. You will understand why Pega is a leader in the market. Okay, you can wind up. Thank you.